Hey guys, we added Apex farming on Dextrabot, and good news is that it is free to use. Because we got in touch with them and actually they included us in this welcome bonus campaign. And in return, in order to onboard more users, we removed our subscription fees. So what happens is, let me actually open up my own screen and I'm going to show you how the fees and the volume looks like for me. I started farming it with $100. Right now I'm down to $57. And let's see how much volume I made. I think I'm above $100,000. Yeah, I'm almost at $106,000. This is lagging behind a little bit, so I think I'm at 110,000 by now. But yeah, it will update, it will catch up at some point. So what happened is I actually spent about $40 for $100,000. How I know is I had started with $100, it is down to $57 right now. So I spent $43 for $110,000. You see, that's the logic. So if I had started with this campaign, I would have got $10 in rebate, and then I would have got another $40 because I crossed the 100,000 volume mark. So I would be actually in a better spot than I started because I spent $40 in fees and in return I got a rebate of 50 USDT bonus. I think this is not withdrawable, by the way. I think this only offsets your fees. But of course, still good. You are basically farming for free if you are included in this campaign. In order to benefit from this campaign, you have to use our referral code and it has to be a new account. The referral code is below the video. All right, let's go back and talk about how the system works a little bit. If you have used our farming modules in the past for lighter, base depth, aster, you are probably familiar with it, but I will just go over the fields and explain you how to get the API keys and whatever. So all these platforms have a different page of where you obtain the API keys. For Omni, for Apex Exchange, it is under API management. It's pretty straightforward. You generate API. Let's call it tuna, and then once you don't change anything here, click on confirm, and then it is going to give you your keys. Then you are going to paste these keys to the corresponding fields here. Then you will get your Omni key, and then you are going to paste your Omni key here. That's pretty much all. My settings, you see right now, I'm doing 100 hours, 100 orders per hour, but it is usually too much. What I do is usually is I use the setting with the minimum leverage and like 10 or 20 orders per hour, and at the end of the week I see how many points I get and if I am climbing in the leaderboard. So if I think it's enough, then I don't change my settings. If I think it's too much, then I reduce my settings. And if I think I'm like lagging behind too much, then I can start increasing order per hours. So yeah, it's up to you. It also depends on if you are playing for, if you are going for, if you are going super hardcore for the top spot or whatever. So yeah, but usually my settings are 10 to 20 orders per hour with a minimum leverage. All right, so let's talk about the logic of the system a little bit. Let's go to the perpetual page. So this system is somewhat smart. What it does is so let's assume that I had entered 10 years. Okay. So if I had entered there, there is 60 minutes in an hour. It means that each order has a 6 minutes mark. So what the system does is it places a buy limit order because limit orders in general in many platforms, because it's a maker order, it is cheaper than market buy, right? If you buy or sell with a maker order or a limit order in common terminology. So the system sends a buy order. Then the system keeps refreshing the buy order and tries to be here on one of the top positions, not on the very first one, but here in one of these positions, so that your orders gets accepted. So once your order gets accepted, the system then places a sell order again on top of this part. So the system tries to buy with a limit order and sell with a limit order. And I told you I told you to assume that we were doing 10 trades per hour, and then it would have given us 6 minutes time frame, right? So if on the first half of the 6 minutes, which is 3 minutes, if the system can't make a purchase with a limit order, then at the end of the 3 minutes, the system makes a market purchase. Then it tries to sell it with a limit order for the next 3 minutes. If it can't make a limit sell order by the end of the next 3 minutes, it sells it on the market. It is straightforward. Maybe it's a little bit complicated, but the main idea here is making you pay less fees, except on Aster farming, because on Aster farming it's a little bit different. On Aster farming, they reward they reward you more if you buy on the market, but it is still debatable if limit orders in general are better or not. But you know what? I won't even get in Aster farming in this video. It's not 100% relevant. But what we are trying to do here is we are trying to make you pay less fees while making the same volume, and we are sometimes making or trades with actually some profit. But even though there is profit, overall, in most cases, you are going to be losing money because you are paying fees. However, if I'm so sure that this is the market is going to go up, I can farm in the long direction. I usually use random. It's better because it also doesn't act like a bot, right? And then what we do is what we are going to be adding here is actually to all platforms we are going to add delta neutral. So we have delta neutral on Aster right now. Now we are adding like Aster lighter, lighter Apex, Apex Aster. You understand what I mean? And you will be able to farm all the platforms by doing just delta neutral. Short Bitcoin on, let's say, Aster on Apex, and then long it on lighter and Pacific and extended. So you will be farming all these platforms at once. Anyway, this is another topic that I don't want to get into because the video is going to be obviously too long. But I think I explained everything I needed to for the Apex Exchange farming video. If you have any questions, you know where to find me. Come to Discord, ask anything. Bye guys.